What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Back today, another video. We're doing week
15.
14?
Yeah.
Holy shnikes.
14,
Week 14 already. Week 13 was...
Last week.
Week 13 was pretty easy, I think, but it was pretty easy for both of us. We both did good on our picks. We both did the same. We both were, 12 and 3 or 13 and 3? We both were 13 and 3, so... I didn't get the gain on him any. I'm still way behind him.
Yeah.
But somehow on my math, I got my math off wrong and our numbers, so I don't know where we're at. But all I know is he's kicking my butt.
Honestly, the Packers and Lions game yesterday, or the day before, whatever.
Yeah. Time of the recording, it was yesterday.
Yeah.
We.
Everyone knew the Lions was going to win just by how they've been playing.
Yeah, it's a divisional game, and those are tough regardless. But yeah, I kind of figured the Lions were going to win.
Me too.
But it was a good game. It was an exciting one. It went down to the. They probably would have won by more if it weren't for Aaron Jones. So week 13, we'll kind of do a recap on week 13. Lions won. Lions beat the Bears. That was kind of.
Everyone knew that.
Yeah. The Cowboys beat the Giants. It's a pretty good game, but Cowboys won. Excuse me one second. I think I'm going to have to sneeze, but no, it went away. Packers beat the Dolphins. That's kind of figured. The Chiefs eked out a win against the Raiders. It was close. Chiefs could be technically. They've almost lost. They could have lost every game they played. I mean, it's. Yeah, they could have lost every game. They could have been down there with the Giants for fighting for that number one pick. Colts beat the Patriots. Steelers beat the Bengals. Steelers are looking good. I think they're going to have a good shot to go deep in the playoffs. Chargers beat the Falcons. Seahawks beat the Jets. Texans beat the Jaguars. That was kind of a. I mean, we figured the Texans were going to win, but that cheap shot on Trevor Lawrence was kind of bogus, says me. And he got suspended for 3 games for that too.
That's almost the rest of the season.
That's pretty much almost a good part of the rest of the season.
Except for the playoffs.
He'll come back at last game or two and then playoffs if they make it.
They probably will.
I'm sure they will, but
it's the Texans now.
And then put Trevor Lawrence on the IR. I don't know if it was just a concussion or if he had a neck injury. I didn't read up on it. I saw the play. It looked like it was some kind of a head injury, neck injury, or concussion. But
Mac Jones came in and he bombed.
But he's on the IR. But the Vikings beat the Cardinals. Vikings are looking pretty good
These
too.
2 clear concussion protocols.
Oh, it's concussion.
He needs to clear concussion protocols on his brain. Before undergoing surgery on his brain AC joint.
Who, Lawrence?
Yeah.
Sprained AC joint.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. But he has to pass concussion protocol too. So he's they're obviously not making the playoffs, so he's probably going to be done for the rest of the season. Most likely.
Yeah.
Washington beat the Titans. That was kind of figured. Buccaneers eked past the Panthers. Panthers have all of a sudden been looking pretty reasonable.
Bryce Young.
Just all of a sudden.
With Bryce Young.
Rams beat the Saints. Eagles beat the Ravens. That was a heck of a game. That was game of the week, says me. Bills 49ers. Bills. That was a weathery game, though. That was covered in snow. It was a really bad weather out there.
Dude, what the heck happened?
And the Broncos beat the Browns, of course. That was a good game, too, though.
Everyone knows. But 41 to 44, 40, 30.
It was like 41 to 31 or something like that.
No, it was like 44, 41 maybe.
I don't remember. I thought it was 41 to 31, but I could be wrong. All I know is the Broncos won.
I could be wrong.
So what are we... You going first, or you want me to go first?
I can go first because we have some major news on a former NFL player, Randy Moss.
Randy Moss.
He have some.
Hall of Fame.
Uh-huh. This is what he said on his Instagram video. Just reading on NFL, ESPN NFL. No, CBS NFL. Sorry, my bad. And I just ask for all the pros worries to put their blessings hands on me and my family through these hard times. I'm battling something, man, and it's something nutritional.
Something internal.
Something internal. Your boy's gonna get through it. I got a great team of doctors, and I got a great family around me. All you man, you do your checkups, I think, and get your blood work done. We'll work through it all right. Thank you for the prayers.
Yeah, he's not coming out and saying what's wrong with him, but
You just don't want people to get even more worried.
if it's a men's checkup thing, it could be something with his colon. He needs to get a colonoscopy more, or a prostate. That's what I would think. If it's a man's checkup, if he says, men, get your checkups. Those are about the only two men's checkups that, you need to get once you hit that big 5-0. They start wanting you to get those kind of checkups. But I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking maybe it has something to do with either the prostate or the colon or something to that effect. Something.
Or even
Those are the two men related issues that you
but
have.
he could also get cancer.
Well, yeah, it could be prostate cancer, but prostate cancer is treatable if they catch it soon enough. It's not a major. I mean, it's cancer, but it's something that is treatable, and he is. I just kind of was reading a headline, and he is stepping down from ESPN until at least until he gets.
Yeah, that one I just read right here.
Until he gets figured out what's going on,
But hopefully he's okay. Let's just send him prayers and stuff.
Yeah, keep him. If you're that kind of person, if you're the praying type, pray for him. He's a good dude. I like Randy Moss. I liked him. He was one of the best. I mean, I loved watching him play back when he was with the Vikings. His first game, he had I think it was at least 3 touchdowns against the Cowboys. It was his first game ever. He had 4 catches for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns or something like that. It was amazing. And every game after that was just he was amazing to watch. Arguably the GOAT of receivers. I mean, you've got a lot of good receivers, but he was definitely one of the best. You could argue he's the best all day long, but you're not right, you're not wrong. He was amazing.
Yeah.
I'll talk about a little bit. I don't know how many of you feel about this one, but the NFL is ending the investigation into the sexual assault allegations against Deshaun Watson. The NFL has closed an investigation into sexual assault allegations against Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson. The league has been reviewing the case for months, trying to determine whether Watson should be punished. The matter is closed, league spokesman Brian McCarthy said Friday in an email to the Associated Press. There was insufficient evidence to support a finding of a violation of the personal conduct policy. Watson, who served an 11-game suspension in 2022, was accused of assault in Texas by a woman in September. She was seeking more than $1 million in damages before the sides reached a confidential settlement. Watson strongly denied the allegations through his attorney, Rusty Hardin. The 29-year-old Watson suffered a season-ending Achilles tendon rupture in October. He's been rehabbing the injury and hopes to return next season. The Browns still owe Watson $46 million in each of the next 2 seasons after they signed him to a fully guaranteed $230 million contract that has backfired. Watson has only played 19 games over the last 3 years due to the suspension and injuries. Jeez. And y'all were thinking Daniel Jones' contract was outrageous. $230 million guaranteed. And they won $46 million for 2 years in a row. That's $46 million a year for the next 2 years, whether he plays with them or not. They own that regardless. I mean, you think Daniel Jones is walking away with full pockets. Anyway, yeah. So they're dropping they're not dropping charges, they're dropping their investigation for punishment, so he's no longer, unless some more evidence comes up along the way, they're kind of basically saying not enough evidence to punish him. The NFL. He could still, the courts could still go on. And then if they find something, they might reopen it. But at the moment, no more on that. I don't know. I think he needs to be punished because, it's not necessarily that. I mean, punished, I don't know. If he's found guilty, definitely. But it's one of those things where football players and basketball athletes in general are held to a higher standard. Kids especially, they look up to these guys. These are their like idols, their heroes, if you will. They're these guys they need to be held to a higher standard of behavior. They can't be doing stuff like this. Anybody. I think they need to be. I think they need to continue the investigation, and this is my thoughts. Because kids look up to them, and if athletes are doing them, kids are going to think it's okay for them to do stuff like that because But it's just. But I mean, that's my take on it. Anything else you wanted to speak about?
Okay. Originally, I didn't had another one. I was only going to talk about Randy Moss, but this just barely popped up on my phone. Chiefs wide receiver suffered surprise injury at Friday's practice, which was today. Chiefs wide receiver McCole Hallman suffered an unexpected injury prior to Friday's practice ahead of a Week 14 showdown with the Los Angeles Chargers.
So McCole Hardman's on the injury report.
Okay, this is Nate Taylor. Don't really know who he is. So he says, following today's practice, Andy Reid said McCole Hallman. What is that? I don't know.
Cole Hardman sustained
a knee injury prior to the team's on-field work. Hardman Reid said might not be able for Sunday's game against the Chargers.
Oops. I mean, that could. On a fantasy football, that could be good for the Travis Kelce owners and the D-Hop owners.
Originally, I didn't plan to talk about that. I didn't know that happened. It just popped up on Google. I was like,
there's another one I found that I was going to talk a little bit about. It looks like it's kind of longish, but Bill Belichick and the University of North Carolina discuss a vacant head coaching position. Bill Belichick is expected to be one of the more intriguing names available in the next NFL coaching cycle. That is, if he doesn't take a college job first. So there's some colleges that are looking for him. North Carolina wants him as their head coach. Belichick has interviewed for the vacant job at the University of North Carolina. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport confirmed on Thursday. That position opened when UNC legend Matt Brown was fired on November 26th. when UNC legend was fired.
UNC
Really fire a
who?
legend? UNC legend Mac Brown was fired. So Belichick is interviewing for the job inside for that one. The 72-year-old Belichick is only 8 months younger than Brown and has never coached a college football before. It could really happen. Or could it really happen? I don't know. Belichick in a college coach? I would think not if he's getting some pro offers, but who knows? You know, Belichick, he does some weird things. I've heard rumors that the Giants were should get him as like their GM or their president of operations or something. And I think a behind the scenes guy like that, I think Belichick would be awesome with the Giants because you know he's a no nonsense kind of coach. Not necessarily saying as our head coach, but somewhere behind the scenes, kind of like what Tom Coughlin did with the Jaguars. He's kind of a behind the scenes guy, and you know, I wish we could have Coughlin back. He's probably the best coach we've had at least since Parcells.
Okay.
But anyway,
So I just found this on Google like
Got
I
another
did
one.
fun. Wasn't expected to say 3 things, but
oh, you're fine.
young Giants can size leadership chance as injury revenge roster. Let me finish. Giants captains and leaders keep falling one by one, leaving the roster. What is that?
Leaving the roster concerningly.
Concerningly lacking strong voices in the locker room. Violence? Is that violence right there?
Voices.
Oh, strong voices in the locker room to arrive around. The last hits from have came to their defense with Dexter Lawrence out for the rest of the season with a dislocated elbow and Bobby Okereke unlikely to play Sunday against the Saints with a back injury.
Can you say tank? I mean, I'm not saying they're faking the injuries, but all their stars are leaving all of a sudden. They're all just like, you know, well, we got that number 1 seed locked up. Ow, coach, I'm hurt. Oh. I don't know. Sounds a little fishy to me, but, you know, they're in that mode of let's get that number 1 pick so we can pick up the most likely a quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into that. I don't think they should draft a quarterback, but that's me. I think they got bigger, better things they could do with that pick, but I think they should trade it to the Jets. They need a quarterback. But I don't know. That's just me. I'm not saying we don't need a quarterback, but I'm also saying we don't necessarily need to draft one either this year or we don't need to draft one. There's free agents we could pick, younger good free agents we could pick up or whatever. But yeah, it just seems like they're just falling one by one. Even Neighbors is on the injury report all of a sudden too. So I think he'll play. He's a young guy. They probably still want them to play, but they're older veteran stars they're probably just don't want to get. They probably don't want to get them hurt, so they're saying, "Oh, yep, he's hurt. He's out. He's out. He's."
But then why not just take out like let's say, Kayvon Thibodeau too.
He's he's still young.
Brian Burns.
There's Brian Burns. I see him going out pretty soon too.
Like
Or
leaving the team.
no, going out with an injury for the rest of the year. That'll be one of my bold predictions. They're gonna, and I don't think it's like I got into a discussion with somebody on Facebook about it, and I said I don't believe in the tanking. I don't believe that these teams should go out there and try to lose so they can get the number 1 pick. And it's not. I think that should be illegal because that's like tampering in my opinion. It's like tampering with the score. It's illegal to go to shave points. It's illegal to. I think that should be if you're going out there to try to lose. But this other guy, he was I think it is okay if they want to like maybe bring out their stars and bring in some young guys, bring in the second, third stringers to try and play, and you still coach to win, but you bring in the players that obviously aren't going to win. I think it's still the same thing. I still think it's taking. You still coach to win, but you're coaching to win with your third stringers playing against the other team's starters, and that's obviously you're coaching to lose at that point. So I think
Yeah.
I think it should be illegal to tank. You should try and win. These people, these athletes make millions of dollars. These coaches make millions of dollars every single year, multi-millions. Deshaun Watson makes 42 in a year. Daniel Jones was making 40. So it's like
Mahomes?
Patrick Mahomes is making way more than that, but he's not a. He's playing to win. He's not.
He's not playing
Patrick
to win.
Mahomes makes a lot of money, but he's not in the discussion of. These guys are out there to. They're getting paid to go out there and give it their all 100% of the time, and they're not paid millions of dollars to go out there and try to lose games.
But also,
Even if the season is a wash, you still try and get as many wins as you can, just to see how good you could do. You know, it's not.
so
You know,
sorry, I'm a Chiefs fan, but
they've been playing
yeah,
where they could have should have lost nearly every game they played. I think when it comes playoff time, they better watch out, especially if they have to play against Josh Allen again.
that's going to hurt us.
I mean,
Josh Allen, Joe Burrow,
I mean, they've
Lamar
got-
Jackson.
they've got some good. They've got the Ravens, the Steelers,
the Bengals.
the Bengals are
Bills.
kind of struggling. They may not even make it in, but
The
they're
no,
doing
no,
better.
sorry.
I mean, if they make it, they're on a hot streak right now.
The
and they might make it
Texans,
in.
the Broncos.
The Texans, the Broncos, all these teams are very easily could put the Chiefs out.
Yeah.
So I mean, I hear a lot of people saying, "Wouldn't it be nice to have a Bills and Lions Super Bowl?" I think it would. One of those two teams would get their first Super Bowl win. One of those two teams would get their first Super Bowl
So
win.
Chiefs and Bills finally locked their spots.
Yeah.
Steelers would be 3, Texans would be 4, Chargers would be 5, Ravens would be 6, and Broncos would be 7. In the AFC, sorry.
AFC West has 3 teams in there. AFC West is a good division.
Yep, except for the Raiders.
Except the Raiders, yeah. They don't
And the
count.
Lions finally locked their spot.
And the Lions have locked their spot. They haven't locked the number 1 seed yet, but they've locked their playoff spot.
Yeah.
They're in number 1 seed right now, but they haven't locked in the number 1 seed yet.
But the Eagles is number 2. Seahawks are number 3. Falcons are number 4. Even though they're not doing so great.
Because
Vikings-
they're a division leader. That's why the divisions get 1, 2, 3, and 4. The division winners, yes. The Falcons are winning their division right now. That's why they're number 4.
Oh, Vikings is number 5. Packers is number 6, and Commanders is number 7.
Because if they did it based on record, the Vikings would be 3rd seed. If they did it based on record, but they do it. The division winners are 1, 2, 3, and 4. So
Wait, who's the divisional winner on this one? The Seahawks?
yeah, the Seahawks are leading the division there because they're number 3 seed.
Okay. So, Vikings is 5, Packers is 6, and Commanders are 7.
The Commanders are still in. They were doing good there until they played against Philly. Philly kind of like took their momentum out of them.
Okay, should we...
Anyway, should we do our picks? Getting
Yeah.
kind of long. We're up at 25 minutes, but
I feel like this was like a more serious
we
episode.
yeah we're doing a little better. I hope you guys that do watch it come on and like it. You know, but anyway, our picks for this week. Tyson, like I said, we both went 13-3 last week, so Tyson still beat me by somehow. Like I said, my math is off. He's got 10 less losses than me, but not 10 more wins than me. So somehow my math got off. So I don't know what the actual record is, but I know he's killing me still.
Don't do these two though.
We missed the Packers and Lions game, so we're not going to count that one because the Lions won because it's Friday night, not Thursday night. So
Yeah.
we were trying to, but you know he's still in school and has homework and
Yeah.
kind of got a little trouble, so we had to not do our video Wednesday. We're going to try and do them Thursday so we can get Thursday games, but
Yeah.
it didn't happen. We're going to make sure next year that we plan a little ahead. He's going to be a better boy and keep his grades up so that he can do videos a little bit more. And hopefully by then we can do live streams and it'll be a lot easier. Then we won't have to hurry up and get them
Hopefully.
posted. We won't have to like, well, we gotta hurry and record it so I can go up and edit it and get it all ready to post. We just do it live and, yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's do our picks. Saints and Giants first game. That's probably this week's toilet bowl.
If Drew Lock's playing that in that games, I would have to go for the Saints, but no, for the Giants. But me personally, the Saints.
Saints are gonna destroy him.
Maybe
But I'm
they're-
picking the Giants. I have to pick the Giants because they're my team. I know I'm going to lose. I just got to make up ground elsewhere. But I think says me, and not just because I have him on my fantasy team, but I say Alvin Kamara is going to 250 total yards with at least one touchdown. He's going to get it. Maybe not the yardage, but he's going to get at least a touchdown. It's been a long time since he's had a touchdown. It's been a lot of weeks since he's got a touchdown. He's going to get at least one this game. That's my bold prediction. That's my guarantee. I guarantee it. He's going to get a touchdown at least.
Yeah.
And he's going to get at least over 150 total yards passing and receiving. 150 yards and at least one touchdown.
Yeah.
That's my prediction on top of this. That's my little side bet here. I'm going to write that down. Kamara, 150 yards, 150, 1 plus touchdown. There, little side bet for me. I don't have. It's not between me and him. It's just a little side.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay, Browns and Steelers.
Ooh, Steelers for me.
Browns have been playing good, but I'm going Steelers as well.
Well, with Deshaun Watson, they couldn't do good. They did good with James Winston.
Well, James Winston's been turning the Browns around, and James Winston's good. He's good. He's not great, but he's good. He's a pretty good quarterback. He just throws a lot of interceptions. He'll have a game where he'll have 500 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. But Falcons and Vikings.
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 For sure.
Vikings for me as well. Vikings are looking good.
Sound
I don't know. They got Daniel Jones now, so they'll probably start sucking.
No, Sam Donald.
Well, because Daniel Jones was the problem with the Giants, so now he's on the Vikings. He can be their problem now, and now they're going to start losing. Raiders and Buccaneers.
Bucks.
I'm going Buccaneers. All home teams this week. At least for me, you pick the Saints, but it's at Giants, and Giants don't win home games. Even if they do win, they don't win home games. Okay, Panthers and Eagles.
Ooh. That would be a good game.
I'm going Eagles. No,
I'm going-
No,
I'm going for the Eagles, but that's going to be a good game.
I don't think so. I think the Eagles are going to destroy them.
Have you seen Bryce Young against
Yes,
all
I
of
have.
these teams? Even
But
the
the Eagle-
Buccaneers?
The Eagles have been playing some great ball though lately. Saquon Barkley has been on fire, and that is also another one of my bold predictions here. Saquon's getting MVP. If not, he should.
Dude, have you seen that backwards?
So yeah, I pulled out my Saquon jersey again.
Have you seen that
I'm sporting
backwards
Saquon.
hurdle? That backwards hurdle?
Yeah, I did see the backwards hurdle.
That might be an MVP. Okay, let's move on.
Let's move on. Jaguars and Titans.
Ooh, that's going to be the other toilet bowl.
Oh, yeah, that one might be more of a toilet bowl than Saints and Giants.
I have to say Titans.
I'm going to say Titans on that one, too. We got,
Yeah.
that's... Jaguars are going for that number 2 pick now because they're not getting that 1 pick. Giants locked that thing up.
Yeah.
Jets and Dolphins.
Jets and Dolphins. Ooh,
I'm going Dolphins.
me too. But that would be a good game, though.
No. I'm going to have to pick something different than you. Seahawks and Cardinals.
Seahawks and Cardinals. Seahawks.
You're on Seahawks? That's where I'll pick differently. I got to do some upsets here. I'm going Cards. Rams and Bills.
Bills.
I got to go Bills too. I can't go upset on that one. Bears and 49ers. At 49ers.
I have to say 49ers.
Is Purdy playing? I think Purdy's playing.
Yeah, but yeah, you should be.
You're going 49ers. I think I'm going to try an upset on that one and go with the Bears. It's probably going to end up biting me in the butt, but I'm going Bears.
What is he? This one.
somebody picked up Purdy. I think it was Bowers. I think I'm going against Purdy this week. Ooh. Okay, Chargers and Chiefs. Tyson's going Chargers.
We're going Chiefs.
Oh, it's too late. I already circled Chargers. Just kidding. I circled Chiefs. I'm going Chiefs too because Chiefs.
He's playing. He is playing, by the way. Fuck, buddy.
And the Monday night game. It's not a toilet bowl, but it's a bowl. Bengals and Cowboys.
Bengals. Even though I hate
I'm going
the
Bengals.
Bengals, no, but I have to go.
I'm going Bengals. Bengals have been on fire. They're in that playoff hunt where they got to win. And they're playing the Cowboys who have been struggling.
No, they're not. They're in
Late.
the 10th seed.
That's not very good. Who's in 10th seed? The Bengals?
Yeah, they're 4-8.
Yeah, but they won I don't know. They have maybe they haven't won, but they've been playing some good ball.
The coach is the one that's closer.
But they got to win to get in. The Cowboys they're not out, but they're out. But the Cowboys have been winning. They've been playing some better ball, but they played against the Giants for one.
They're number 12 seed.
And they barely beat the Giants. So there you go. The Giants aren't doing that, or Cowboys. All right. So those are our picks. We will see what happens. Hopefully.
Rufus keeps cutting out.
Anyway, that's our video. Appreciate you. Love you. Do the YouTube stuff. Subscribe, like, share, comment, wherever I decide to put them at. You know the drill. Yeah, we got a new little thing there to display.
Yep.
It lights up, but it makes the camera go all weird, so we didn't light it up. But anyway, enough of that. Appreciate y'all. Hit the subscribe button. Like I said, we're trying to hit that 50 so we can do live. We're trying to build our channel, hopefully.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm rambling. Appreciate you.
Yep.
Love you. Do the YouTube stuff, and we'll see you in the next one.